Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants. It was one of its best Nicktoons. It had some creativity, it had some good jokes, and some well-rounded characters. But after the movie, season 4 to present has been getting a very mixed bag to mixed, a little good, but downright despicable, horrible, and what the fuck were they putting on television? So that's why I'm here. The almighty DF is gonna review the top 10 worst episodes of SpongeBob. And this is my own list, and I will be including the pre-movie episodes, so get ready, cause this list is gonna be ugly. Starting off with number 10. At number 10, The Great Snail Race. This was honestly like one of the few bad episodes of season 3 of SpongeBob. Season 3 of SpongeBob was getting a mixed to positive bag for its for some of the episodes. The Great Snail Race has to be one of the worst episodes of pre-SpongeBob because of many reasons. SpongeBob is a douche in this episode. He basically forces Gary just to be in the competition so he can act better at Squidward Snail. And we also get a funny recurring gag with Squidward's last name being misspelled like tortellini tennis balls. It's funny. Very funny. But also, SpongeBob is also rude to his friends. I mean, yeah, he's rude to Squidward, and it's kind of surprising to see that, but still, yeah. He even makes fun of like women. I think, yeah, he actually does make fun of women in this episode. And then at the end he gets kicked by Sandy, which is a spoiler. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler if you have seen the episode already. But yeah, in second we see SpongeBob forcing Gary to continue even though he's like being tired, and like he blew out a fuse for some reason and he turned into a car. It was very confusing for like the episode in general. I put it high on the list because at least we actually get to hear a sample of the SpongeBob movie song now that we're men. If we hear it in the title opening, it's a pretty good song. I'd rather you get the soundtrack and listen to that. It's a pretty good song. Now we go to number 9. At number 9, it is Rise and Shine, Waiting, and Fungus Among Us, as Pie Guy Rules calls it, the infamous 83 trilogy. If you want to know why he calls it that, I'll put a link in the channel for the description for the video. But still, let's get to this episode though. Waiting is... Yeah, I'm gonna start off with Waiting because it has a title card on it, so I'm starting that. Waiting is honestly annoying and boring. We just see SpongeBob waiting for a prize, for a cereal prize, and how fun is waiting for a prize? Ugh. And then for some reason, it was SpongeBob's birthday. I don't know why. No, it was very stupid. I'm gonna be honest. It was very stupid. And second, why would SpongeBob have a fork as a birthday present? It really didn't make sense at all. And then we get to see SpongeBob crying because his package didn't come. And then we get to see him cry some more because he thought Patrick broke it. Ugh! Shut up! And then for some reason, Squidward fixes it and saying it's supposed to do that. And yeah. Now let's go to Rise and Shine. So it starts so honestly positive until we get Patrick's part where we hear a ringing. That ringing will not stop. It will not stop. It will not stop. It will not stop. It will not go away. It was ringing. Yeah, it was a clock that was ringing so much. So much. It was very annoying. And then we can see Patrick helplessly try to open a can. It really didn't make sense. And that was just mostly it. Then we get Fungus Among Us. And this episode is just pure gross. It's like watching the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Yeah, I'll tell you here's the template. You have a character who's being bullied on, which is SpongeBob and Dodger. And we have the people who are bullying him. The people at the Krusty Krab and Juice, Tangerine, and all the other bullies. And then we get some help by a couple of good friends, like Patrick and the Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, it's simply like the Garbage Pail Kids. And then, yeah, and I guess Gary can be a good friend in this episode, because he kind of did save the day. It's revealed that snails love to eat fungus. I have no idea why. It's crazy. I also put it high on the list because there were a couple of good parts in the infamous 83 trilogy. So, like, if you guys if you guys remember, there was a part where, like, SpongeBob bought, like, so many cereals just to get a prize, and I honestly thought that was kind of funny, because he thought that he was supposed to buy all the cereal just so he can get the prize. It really didn't make sense, but it was still funny, though. It kind of did rehash the joke from Shanghai, but yeah. At number 8, Little Yellow Book. And people thought Season 9 was actually trying to redeem SpongeBob again. Just watch this episode and you'll find out. Basically, in this episode, SpongeBob is writing in his diary. And Squidward is concerned about it, so he opens it up, and then people in the Krusty Krab, like, decides to read his diary. And because of it, they make fun of SpongeBob, and then when SpongeBob finds out that Squidward was reading from his diary, everyone turns on Squidward. Not only that it's Squidward's fault, it's your fault! The Bikini Bottomites are assholes! Oh, God. And secondly, Squidward gets tortured throughout this entire episode, and I gotta say, he kinda did deserve it, but at the same time, he didn't, because the townsfolk should feel pity on they should feel ashamed for what they did to SpongeBob. And then for some reason, SpongeBob, turns out that his diary is actually a bestseller, and decided to make a sequel to it. And it turns out that was just his work diary. And then we get Squidward reading his actual diary. You know, I honestly felt sympathy for Squidward in this episode, but because of the ending, it really pissed me off. Squidward, you were being tortured in all the latest seasons, and then you decided to be tortured again on purpose. For a second, Squidward kind of does deserve many of the things that he's been doing in this season. Like in the episode where he wants to learn, like, how to do karate, it turns out that it was, like, some big guy was trying to give him back his groceries. It didn't mean no harm. And Squidward goes to jail because of that. And that's pretty good. But this episode just really despises Bikini Bottom and Squidward in general. Let's go to number 7, people, before I have a spasm attack. At number 7, it's Boat Smarts. This is a season 5 short and one of the worst by it. Basically, in this episode, Mrs. Pug is showing a video on what is good about Boat Smarts and what's bad about So it's kind of like showing good Boat Smarts and bad Boat Smarts. This is a Squidward torture porn episode. Basically, Squidward is being tortured for just showing what's good about driving, while SpongeBob gets lucky when he's being bad at driving. And I'm very serious. This episode was pandering. It was very cruel to see Squidward in so much pain. And for a character that was grumpy, he didn't really need all of that. And I mean really. And for some reason, and there was a scene where he had it like he was buckling up, and he got crushed by, I don't know what that thing was, but yeah, he got crushed, and saying that at least his seatbelt was safe, at least it was still on, but it didn't really matter. He had to get out. It was painful. Second, why the hell is SpongeBob idiotic in this episode? I mean, literally, he is a dead brain in this episode. He eats a Krabby Patty and starts shaving his eyeballs. It was honestly weird. And he gets away with everything in this episode. I mean everything. This was honestly a bad episode from beginning to end. Boat Smarts is a bad season 5 short, and I really recommend you to get away from this. Check out SpongeBob or Spy Buddies and good old what's his name. Those are it was paired up with that with Boat Smarts. Just skip Boat Smarts and just go to those two. All right, let's go on to number 6. At number 6, I'm with Stupid. Then also this is gonna end part 1. So let's talk about I'm with Stupid. It honestly had a good beginning. We see just like SpongeBob going to Patrick's house as usual, actually go jellyfishing. Until when suddenly, like he says his parents are coming over, and his parents think that he's dumb, and not like 3D movie dumb, like modern dumb. And I agree, Mr. Enter. I consider this like an animated atrocity. This episode is half-assed and was a total cop-out from beginning to end. Patrick was a fucking prick in this episode. Why the hell was SpongeBob even trying to help Patrick if he knew that he was going to be a jerk to him in this episode? Third, why did the starfish that Patrick invited into his house, not knowing that they actually had children? They didn't have children at all. It was very half-assed for what it was. And the ending, yeah, they didn't know that they had kids. That's the dumb parts. Ugh. And I agree and I would honestly go with SpongeBob's plan, getting the hell out of there. It's like you just going to a dumb convention again and again and again. So this is gonna end part 1. Part 2 will be coming out on Monday. So like this video, share with many people, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and also if you like Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon or good trap music, check out Shadow Ghost or Dragon Ball Marley. He makes good content as well. He does vlog videos every day, some gaming videos, and some primary slideshows. Check out his stuff; it's pretty good. And also, people, this is the Almighty DF signing out.